What's up, otakus? It's your tour guide here. It's been a while since we got back from the con. Man, it's already been, I guess, a month because the con was in the first week of March. So we're now heading into April. So it's been a month. And, I didn't have much of a budget, but I was able to sell some books and just get a few dollars. About $30 in. So yeah, I kind of hit up half price books over the last couple of weeks, and we found some good stuff. So that's what I'm going to share with you. Just what I picked up. This I have about 15 books, which is just under $20. I paid 19 something for it. Um, so all of these I got really, really cheap, and we picked up one, I think a couple, well, yeah, like one big book that's really high grade, but it's like there's a waviness in it, but if it gets pressed out, it'll be really, really nice. So we'll get to that book. I kind of had that book, I think, saved for last. So again, 15 books, under $20, and we'll just go through them now. So bear with me. I have this list here. These books aren't in any particular order. I kind of tried to get them from some of the more ones that I guess are cheaper to the ones that are more expensive. That's kind of how I normally do my hauls. I try to save the bigger books, or at least the ones that are like PC books or big books. So we have a couple of those here. So we're going to start here with really a nice book here. It's Fantastic Four, Volume 6, number 1. And I got this for a quarter, which is really nice. So nice number 1 issue there. This is Dan Slott wrote this run on Fantastic Four. I think the cover is by, let me see here, I got off the list here. The cover is by Esad Ribic. Pretty interesting take on the Fantastic Four. Nothing big, just just a first issue. Got it for a quarter, so that's nice. And that's a nice thing about. So there's I frequent 2 half price books in my area, and one of the half price books stores, they don't have like a 25-cent bin. They just only have half priced books plus the lockbox where you can kind of dig through and ask. They're the higher price comics. Those are oftentimes priced, but not to grade. So you got basically like priced at book value, but if you look at the grade, it's not that. So, and plus you got people pawing on it from the top. I don't, because it's out of my sort of budget most times. I will look through there to see if there's something worthwhile to get. There are actually a couple books in there that I do want, but I think they're not for the grade. They're a little overpriced. Um, but yeah, I mean that one doesn't have you'll run into, like, if you're really you'll run into a big key, and actually I did pick up a big key from that place. But the one with the 25-cent bin, what's frustrating about that place, they have a lot of books that if it's sitting there for a long time, you wait long enough, it'll go to the bargain bin. But there's a guy there that prices books as well, and he prices them out like $3, $5 for some of the older books, and so like I don't know, it's a policy that's changed, and it's not, it actually, so for me, like if I'm looking for Copper Age, Bronze Age, Copper Age books, which rarely come there. I think Redmond just set up a lockbox too, so they're going to price out things a lot more now. So, but it's hard to find those like older bargains because you used to be able to get like Copper Age things that were like 75 cents, $1. They'd slash them in half. Those are harder to find now because they're more on top of stuff like that. On occasion, you'll get like they missed a 75-cent book and you can get that for 30 some cents or whatever, right? But anyway, it is what it is. Next book. I was really happy to pick up these two books because I really like the covers on this. Um, First off, it's Amazing Spider-Man. I think this is what was it? Volume 3, number 12 from 2015. Number 12, here's this great, look at that. They get all these like, um, Spider-Verse Spider-Man where they're mounted on, they're mounted with their masks and stuff on the wall. So, yeah, apparently there's like a cover appearance, like an early cover appearance of one of these Spider-Man. It's the first appearance of like a mecha. I think he's called like, uh, I forget the name. It's the first appearance of this like robot that's controlled by the Japanese version of Spider-Man. There is a Japanese version. So anyway, it's the first appearance of that. Makes it, I guess, a key. This is like a $20 book. This is available for sale or trade if you want to send me an offer. I also got, for me, like this part 4 is cool. This is the more key issue, but in terms of cover, this one is such a nice cover right there with all the Spideys kind of in attack mode. That is also a cover by Olivier Coipel. What's the name? Olivier Coipel. Coipel? I don't know how to pronounce that. Coipel, maybe. Great artist. He's actually, you know, I love his art on both of these covers. So that's a really nice pickup. Um, I'm liking that one. All right, so we're 3 books in, and this next one, to be honest, I don't collect this book, um, but there were a bunch of these books there, and I just kind of I just could not leave this one there because normally, like, if there's like a $15 book and we can pick it up for $1, that's kind of my rule, right? Like, if it's $1 and it's like 15 bucks, that margin is large to where it's difficult. I mean, I tried to not do that now, especially if it's a book I don't really need in my collection. I try not to do that anymore. Um, so it's kind of that margin has kind of increased a little bit. Generally now the rule is if it's not like a book I really need in my PC, or if it's not in my like area of collection, even if it is like $15, even if it's $20, I won't pick it up. Um, Unless it's again in that collection, if it's like a title I collect or characters I like. This one didn't really fall into any of those, but again, for a quarter, I thought, for a quarter. I'm pretty sure I could sell these for like um, well above that. And these are nice Copper Age books, early, kind of like vintage Copper Age books. So what I picked up was Grew the Wanderer, Volume 1, Number 3. Okay. Got this for a quarter. Decent grade. Put it at around with a press, it'll probably be like an 8, 7.58. This one's probably 7 with a press. There's a couple spine ticks. It doesn't need a press. There's like a little um, non-color breaking spine issue. It's like a not a crease. It's like a little bit of a fold there. But anyway, so this is from volume 2, number 2 group. Just not keys or just early issues in the run. And again, I think a lot of people like Grew the Wanderer. It's just been so popular over the years. I never got into it, but I know it's a collecting favorite. So I figure this somebody will want it for like $5 or so. I mean, they're both like around $15, $10, $15 mint. That is, and again, these are still high grade, but they're not like near mint. So um, I anticipate it keeps that value. It's around $10, $15. But again, if I can sell them for around $5 to $10, hopefully we get to do that. So these aren't PC books, but again, for a quarter, these old books for a quarter, I'll pick them up. Now, this next one was a real, and it's really nice. There's a little bit of dinge here, but I know that can wipe off. It's really nice, high grade book. And that's Superman, the Wedding Album. This is just the standard, I think, cover. There's like a embossed Superman symbol here. You can probably see it right there. Yeah, high grade book. Just a little dinge in the corner, which could probably wipe off. I haven't bothered to do that yet. Um, what's really important is like the spine here hasn't been like folded back or broken, so that keeps the condition really really key. So high grade book. It's a key book for me. I think that there's like John Byrne and a bunch of Superman artists from the past contributed to this book. Dan Jurgens wrote it. It's from the 90s. Really key issue for me. Not worth a whole lot, but definitely one I've been wanting to add to the collection, and got it for half a cover, which is, this is like a $5 book, so it's about $2.50 we got this for. Not bad. Again, for high grade Superman Wedding Album, I'll take it. This next one also got it for half a cover, $2. Got this for $2. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 1, Renew Your Vows. And apparently this little girl is the daughter of Mary Jane and Peter. So I think her name is like Anna May, just like Aunt May, Anna May. And it's her first appearance, and apparently she becomes like a spider woman or spider lady girl of some kind. Not terribly, caught up with these kinds of things. But again, Dan Slott, there's a lot of Dan Slott in this hull. Like that cover there by Adam Kubert. Nice, cool sort of homage or variant to their wedding. Renew Your Vows, right? It's a nice little homage cover to that wedding. Two great like wedding and then anniversary, I guess. Celebrating with a kid there. Okay, so yeah, that's what we have. Again, we're picking these up for half a cover or less, like a quarter or half a cover. Um, so you notice, like, right, this again, this is what I collect. This is not so. I mean, Spider-Man is something I collect. This is not necessarily, but I figure this is a key. It has the potential to really get. Who knows what's going to happen to anime? I'm sure anime being like, the daughter of two beloved characters will also be beloved. Um, so that's what's going on there. All right, this next book is another book that is just one of my nostalgic favorites. So whenever I see this, the urge to pick it up is there. Um, I mean, you don't normally run across this book all that often, especially like a really clean copy. So I had this original copy. This is my original copy from when I bought it back in like the 90s when this came out, 1991. So I got this in 1991. I think I got it at like a comic book shop. Read it and then put it in the bag, and it's just stayed there for all that time. We're talking like 30 years, right? Over 30 years, which is crazy to think about. It just seemed like yesterday I had that little collection of comics that I had. Um, so it's always been my favorite because there's this like it's a die cut cover. It's this like top secret. It's a card, and I've kept this in really great condition. But even though I kept it in really great condition, if you look, there's you can probably see there's spine ticks right there, right? You can see through the bag. There's like a couple spine ticks, but other than that, it's a really nice high grade copy. Well, I found normally you don't find books in good condition when you go to Half Price Books, but I found a copy that's like this is 9.8 potential. I mean, it's like look at this spine here, absolutely like clean. The corners are sharp, just blows my original grade out of the water. So when I saw it, I was like, for $1.25, I'm gonna pick this up. I mean, it's not like a big key. It's just one of my favorite Wolverine issues from this run because it's one of the runs that I just, while I was collecting, it came out. I did pick up a few issues. And again, I think 1 through 50, I'm going to try to fill in this entire run. I've already got newsstand at number 1. I've already got 27. I've got 17. So it's something I want to do. I hope to do. But again, I found another copy for $1.25. Hey, fanboy, what's up? How's it going, man? Yeah, the wedding album is very nice. Um, but again, this was just really nice. It's like a better copy than my original copy. So I added a second copy of this. I've got 2 now. Um, I just love this issue. Again, it's Silvestri cover. It's number 50 yellow cover. Just great. Got the die cut like Wolverine claw shredding. That's just so cool. And that's just one of those 90 gimmick books. You don't see I mean, you don't see that anymore. You don't see this kind of gimmicky stuff anymore. Speaking of, now this next book I have in a slab, 8.5 slab, first print. But I saw this at Half Price Books, and I thought, man, that is a really cool, reprint. This one is like a straight up comic book. It's like a floppy because the first print on the Dark Knight Returns is cardstock. Okay, really hard to keep in high grade unless you have it in a back end board. It's if it's like out and the corners ding, and it's really like the cardboard is very sensitive, right? Um, but yeah, I love this cover by Frank Miller and Klaus Janson. It's an iconic cover. Again, this is just a reprint, but for 50 cents, you can't go wrong with that. So I don't mind adding another book, especially if it's something that has childhood nostalgic value to it. I'll add that. The next book I picked up was Deadpool #1. This I picked up for $1.50. Nice #1 issue there. This is a volume, I think 3, I believe. What is it? Sorry, it's volume 5. Joff Darrow. Now, Destiny City Comics announced, hey, Naman Young, what's up? I didn't get to see you while you were in Seattle. I thought you were going to be here longer, but you're back in Virginia, I guess. Um, and hopefully you're coming back out this summer. I hope, but um, let me know. Let me know when you're back out here. Sorry I missed you. I know it's just been. I know you were probably busy as well, but it was a little bit of a busy month for me in April. Just family stuff. But anyway, I picked up Deadpool #1 for $1.50. Really clean copy, #1. What's cool is Destiny City Comics is going to host a comic book signing, and they have the writer here, Posen. What's his first name? His first name is Brian Posen. Brian Posen is coming to Destiny City Comics in Tacoma to do a free signing. Now, Tacoma is kind of far away. It's about an hour away. Um, I just basically have to make an arrangement to have my wife kind of just do stuff with a kid for a day. I can't just up and like head to a comic shop whenever I want. So that has yet to be negotiated, but he's doing the signing later this month. I think the 22nd of this month, and it'd be great to get this signed. Just go there, get the sign, and come back and have Deadpool #1 signed by Brian Posehn, who's the writer of this. This looks like what looks to be a really cool uh, run there. So hopefully we have this comic book signed um, sometime this month. Yeah, we do have plenty of time, but again, I just wanted to. It would have been nice to do something comic related, but again, we have all summer. Um, I'm gonna be so. Just to give you another update, my wife and my kid are going to Japan without me this summer. Budget our budget. We just decided I would sit this one out. Because I mean, I can't go for a long period anyway. I could only go for like a week at most, so like maybe 10 days at most. And airfare to Japan is just like it's crazy right now. It's super expensive. I think everybody wants to travel, and there's just this competition for flights to Japan. Um, so it's quite pricey to go there now. So we decided to just be it's my wife and my son, and they're going to spend a good 3 months there, which is a long time. 3 months. I mean, I'm going to miss both of them very much. Um, but it's going to be a little bit rough. But the nice thing is, I'll have some budget this summer. Again, I'm going to kind of consolidate a couple months worth of budget and really focus on books and go there. You want to join, Hyung? What's up?
You're going to Japan alone?
I'm not going with them. Yeah,
Hmm?
they're going by themselves.
Oh, you're not going.
I'm not going.
Oh, I'm going to Japan
Oh, you are?
in October.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Family trip.
Well, I turned 60 just recently, and
Congratulations. Happy birthday.
yeah,
That's the big one in Korean
yeah,
society.
yeah. What do you call it? Hung up. Hung up. That's like being really old. That's like a grandpa like age.
Well, it's yeah, it's when they start get. It's like when they start preparing for you to die. It's like, oh, okay, he's made it past the death
Yeah, my
threshold.
that mark. So my brother-in-law. There's actually three of us. My wife is turning 60 soon in December. I mean December. My brother-in-law will turn 60, and so my oldest brother-in-law said, "Hey, I'm gonna give you guys a present. I'm gonna treat you to Japan if you come to Korea." So I had to find ways to go to. So that's why I went.
Nice.
Yeah. So
That's a really nice gift. I was just saying how expensive tickets to Japan, um, how expensive tickets to Japan are. But I mean, not from Korea to Japan. Korea to Japan's cheap,
yeah,
right? It's a
yeah.
couple $100, but from here to Japan, it's crazy. Which is why I'm not going. But normally, I would accompany my wife, but she's spending 3 months there, so I'm going to be 3 months single basically.
From when to when?
She's going in early June and coming back probably in early September. So it's a long time. I'm happy for them because they're going to have a great time in Japan. But again, I'll be a lonely single guy again.
My kids are in Japan right now. They all three of them are spending vacation time over there.
Yeah, it's a great
So
place to go. Yeah,
I mean, they're otakus. They're otakus.
I'm sure. Yeah, manga readers.
Yeah. Go ahead, share your stuff.
Oh yeah, okay. So I've only got a few more books left, um, but they're all pretty big books. So this one, ignore the sticker. I had to put this in a new bag. Um, Again, it's rare to run into like Copper Age books for half a cover because normally books now are just getting priced. If it's like a Copper Age book, they're not going to sell it to you for 30 some cents. They usually price it around $2, $3, sometimes higher. This one I found, it was like raw and it was just sitting there, so I picked it up.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a Mike Zeck cover, Captain America 321. I think this is the first time Captain America fires the gun. He's firing a gun rather than having the shield on a cover. But this is also significant because it's the first appearance of Ultimatum. It's like a team.
So it's key book.
Yeah, yeah. It's a key book. Picked up for 30 cents. Again, with the press, I think this could be in the 880 range. It needs a press for sure. Nothing color breaking, but you can see like just like like folds here and there. So again, with the press, it would look really nice. I think.
I went to a half price bookstore
Yeah,
uh, near my kid's place. That mall. I don't know if you know where the mall is.
South Center Mall.
Yeah, it's near there.
Yep.
And they have these comic book bin where you have to pick it out of the little. It's locked up and it's in a bin, and I
Yeah.
I I didn't like it.
Everything's sort of overpriced too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have a that location doesn't have much oftentimes. If you're gonna go down south,
there was comic book store inside the mall too. I went in there. Nothing there either.
yeah.
So,
Did you go to Ancient Comics?
no, I didn't have time. I
You
didn't
didn't
have
have time.
time. I I thought about going there instead, but then I wanted to try out two different places because it was right next to each other,
Yeah,
and both was pretty disappointing.
yeah. Um, there's the, you know, I sent you that link. There was the mall comic book show. It's like a sports card comic book show. You know how they have just sellers in the mall.
Is that one in June?
That there's one. It's always, it like kind of moves around, so they're always kind of here. But the one I think I sent was for uh, maybe the second week of March, and it was in Federal Way. So
Second
I
of
knew you.
March.
Yeah, I knew you were busy though.
Yeah.
Maybe second or third week of March is when I
Well,
had.
I'm gonna have to move stuff in. I don't know. Isn't there some another big show in June?
SummerCon.
SummerCon. What's this? Looks like Jumbo Mara's going there.
Is he okay? I know Marv Wolfman's going to be there, but and in terms of like that's more of a traditional comic book show, so you're going to see more vendors, probably get some good deals on books. The only thing is tickets to go there are $40.
Wow.
So I was kind of, and it's an hour away from where I live. So I don't know if I think Damien and um, a couple of those guys are going to come up, like Bueller, Damien, um, somebody else, but the Portland guys are going to come up for that show. I think Bueller might even be selling at SummerCon possibly, but
Maybe have a little booth.
maybe.
Uh,
And if that's the case, I may decide to go because I think that would be fun to hang out together. But if they're not going to go, then I won't. Um, so let me know if you're interested in going and everybody else is going. I'll probably go.
I'm interested in going, but I definitely want to go. I think it's gonna miss the date on South Carolina one, North Carolina one, the Heroes Con. With a whole bunch of YouTubers are going to Heroes Con, so I definitely want to go there. Then I don't know if I want to see if I can fly then because yeah, I'll see if I can fly in for June. So that sounds like fun too, though. So if I could fly in there.
Yeah. Again, I'm not getting tickets because
I'm
I'm
not
just
going
gonna
to get.
wait.
You
I'm
don't
just
have
gonna
to get
wait.
the ticket in advance. I'm sure they'll have it.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
have. I'm gonna go again. I'm going Sunday if I do go, but um, oh, also if we go Saturday, we could meet Ming Na Wen.
Who's that?
Ming Na Wen is the actress. She was in Joy Luck Club. She also is in The Mandalorian, and
Oh, that lady, the one, the tough one.
yeah, I love her, man. She is
She's
so
a Boba Fett sidekick.
yeah. But she was Boba Fett's sidekick.
Okay. Oh, cool.
She's also just an amazing actress. So
She is. She's a pretty good actress.
yeah,
I think she outperformed Boba Fett myself.
yeah. She's also very attractive. I mean, my goodness, she's so
Uh-oh.
attractive.
Uh-oh. Single, seeing her.
No, she's way out of our both our leagues. But yeah. So again, if you're gonna go, I'll go. But if you don't go, I don't know. It'd be cool to hang out with Damien and Bueller, but I could probably just go down to Portland and hang out with them without going to SummerCon. So Just drive down to Portland, right?
Are they're definitely going though? Those guys.
Last I heard, Damien, I think, had been planning on it
Mm.
because it is a big event. Again, Marv Wolfman's going to be there, so it might be just worth to go just to see Marv Wolfman get a bunch of books signed. Because I have so many Marv Wolfman, George Perez books,
I don't have any.
I
I
I
don't know
wouldn't
them. So
I wouldn't even know what to get signed first. I would know what to get signed first,
all
but
right, let's
it's
do the
in a
rest of your
slab
books.
already. All right, so this is something I showed on social media, and I really love this book. Um, I haven't been picking up. Well, I actually have. I have picked up a lot of Peach Momoko in the past couple months, and you're. I'm running into a lot more Peach Momoko at half price books now, which
Ole,
puts me in a dilemma because these are usually $4 books, so I'm paying $2 for a Peach Momoko.
that ain't
But
bad.
it ain't bad, but they're like books I don't really care about. I
Oh.
saw an X-Men book that she did, and then a Star Wars like High
Are the covers
Republic.
looking good though? Are the cover looks good?
Not the best grade on the X-Men book. There was a little dinge. The
Mm.
Star Wars book was pretty high grade, so I was like, oh, should I get it? Should I get it? But I opted not to get it. We'll see. I may go back there and pick it up, but these two I had to get because they're characters I do like, and I guess we'll start with Marauders number 8.
Ooh,
Look at that Peach Momoko there.
I love her artwork.
Yeah,
I mean,
Peach.
I'll buy her comic book for covers myself.
Yeah, she's amazing, and she's like she'll sometimes drop a video of her doing the cover,
Oh yeah,
and let me tell you, it's like it's she is so like how like most people like sketch and then erase,
yeah, yeah.
sketch and then erase. Like her, she does an initial sketch, right? Then she'll kind of like ink it, and then she'll like go with the watercolors and the the, the ink brush, and it's amazing. Like she's just like her process is like so legit and clean.
Yeah,
It's incredible. But anyway, this is Marauders number 10. We have a
beautiful,
Psylocke cover. Love her Psylocke. Just
beautiful.
the way like Psylocke has these like piercing blue eyes in her in her
Mm.
rendition, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
just like, oh my goodness.
Little purplish too. Looks like.
Yeah, yeah. That's something like Jim. If you look at Jim Lee's Psylocke, she's just very sexy and like fierce looking, right? But like you really see like the
That's
eyes
manga
there,
style.
the
Yeah, it's
character,
manga
right?
style. Though. Yeah, it's manga style.
Yeah, the manga style. You see the personality in the character in there. All right, and then this is just my second copy. I'm kind of specking on this book actually.
Wildcats.
So Wildcats. So I just picked up another one.
Is
Sitting
that a
there.
variant cover?
No, this is a book Jim Lee did. He did the interiors and he did the cover.
Is it a DC version?
That's the DC version.
Ah,
Yeah, still Wildstorm on there, but it's under DC. DC. This is from 2006. It's when they did all the Wildstorm title launches at around that time. All right, Young, you're gonna. I don't know if this is gonna necessarily impress you or not. You probably don't know the significance of this book, but I picked up X-Men Adventures number 1.
Adventures.
Yeah. Now
I don't know.
this is the so there was a 90s animated series on Fox.
Right, right. The anime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And again, we were adults by this point. I
Right.
was an adult when this came out. You were an adult when this came out. But there's a whole generation of kids
That grew up on
much
that book.
that grew up on this cartoon. So
Yeah, that grew up on the
it's like
cartoon.
their GI Joe or
I
their
still love that
Ninja
music.
Turtles.
They were playing that music.
Yeah,
Da-da-da-da.
that's this. That's
Yeah,
this. Da-da-da-da.
yeah.
So this is the first comic book. Now this is normally the direct edition is like a $20 book, but I picked up the newsstand, which is a '90s, like it's a lot rare. I think it's like a 9-to-1
I remember watching those
ratio.
cartoons myself and going, "You kids are so lucky. You guys, I mean, you got so much better animation and all that, and music." I'm like,
Yeah, and this is really Jim Lee's X-Men right here, the design and everything, right?
yeah.
Jubilee, Gambit. It's the X-Men, the
How much
legacy
that one cost
Jim
you?
Lee left. This one cost me 70 cents,
Dag on it.
and it's a $75 book.
Really?
Yeah. Now, when I looked at this book, there's a lot of waviness here, so it needs a press for sure.
Yeah.
It needs a press, but it is so clean. I mean, look at the spine here.
Dang it. You got that from half price again?
I got from half price. It's the corners are sharp.
I guess I need to find your half price bookstore.
The spine is really clean. Nothing, no spine ticks whatsoever. This is like a 9.8 candidate. Again, with a nice press, really clean book. Back is clean. It's just got this little waviness in it, but nothing severe. There's
The
just a little
waviness,
waviness.
those could be pressed out. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be pressed out. So I'm telling you, this is going to be high grade, except hang on. I think, shoot, I crunched the corner here.
Just now?
I think I did it earlier because it's not crunched, but it's now there is a crease there. So not a 9.8 anymore. That sucks. I think I might have done this because when I looked at it initially, it was very nice.
Oh, well.
Oh well.
You still got a pretty good book.
Yeah, it's still a. I think it can still be pressed out.
Did it break a color?
I don't know. I'm gonna check that now. It's a really deep crease. I'm sure it broke color. Yeah, it broke color. Dang it.
Oh,
There
man.
goes my 9.8. Well, it's still good. It's still high grade.
9.6? 9.6 is all right. One crease is a 9.6.
Yeah, it's tiny. It could be 9.6, probably 9.0. Thing is, it doesn't want to stay. It keeps wanting to fold. All right, so what have you been up to?
Upside down.
You think I should do that?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. What have you been up to?
Hey, I won the slinger, cover slingers.
You did? Finally. What covers did you win with?
I could show it to you, I guess. The theme was wartime.
Mm-hmm.
So I showed this. Let me make me big here.
Oh, no.
I showed the Nam man.
The nom.
Then after that, I showed this one. That's Imjin Wedan. Right?
I love that.
Another Imjin Wedan cover.
Oh, nice.
It's wartime, right? So
Yeah.
Then I got really bad review by uh, this is a Troy. I mean the
Trojan.
Trojan War, right?
Hmm.
So I
Yeah.
got really bad review by Matilda. Didn't like that art. I thought it was great representation of Trojan War. So you
Yeah.
know, but I got a vote from the but I got vote from the the crowd. So that's then my final one. I had to do this because Matilda likes big boobs. It's a War of the Worlds special. So
Oh wow.
yeah,
Who is that in the cover?
I don't
Is that
know.
just some random?
Yeah. So it's anyway. I thought that was good. So
So the theme was wars, world
yeah,
wars,
wartime.
wartime. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show these off because I'm gonna make a video about it because I picked out a whole bunch of books and before I put it back in, I might as well make a video about it. so, so this is a wartime one.
Nice.
War of the Wars, the last issue. Let's see.
That's a nice book.
Um,
These.
got-
Oh
got-
yeah,
I'll
war
take this one.
journal. Yeah. What
Yeah.
issue is that?
I think it's a 2020.
20.
Yeah. I don't know if I thought about this, but this is such a cool art.
I love that cover.
Yeah, but it's not war theme, It's not a war
Yeah.
theme.
Yeah, it's just on jet ski.
And I thought about this one. The
Is
Chinese.
that a war one?
Those were Japanese soldiers, I believe,
Oh, okay.
invading China. So
Yeah.
House of Yang, or this one, House of Yang.
Nice.
This is Kim Sano art, by the way. Kim Sano did this.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
House of Yang.
Uh-huh. And I got a little consultation from what's his name, Roger. So I guess he said no. Matilda was not like this because it's all yellow. Let's see. I'm gonna get a couple more. I thought that might be a pretty good wall cover. What if?
Nice. Yeah.
What if? And of course,
Kill Raven.
Pence variant.
Nice.
So that's anyway. But I go. You know what? I want to. Everybody's going to show off. Everybody's going to show off their World War II covers. Because these bunch of old guys. So I say, I want to do something different. I bet nobody's going to show off Korean Wars, or Trojan War, or anything like that. So nobody did it. So sort of stood out.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess so. What they had things like Sergeant Rock.
Yeah, Sergeant Rock. The wartime. All those war magazines. I mean, war comic books from Bronze Age and Silver Age.
Yeah.
So,
there's a lot of Cap and Superman war ones too, right?
Yeah, I figured they would show some of that, but none of them show something like this. I figured someone would show something like this, the classic,
Yeah.
But none of them.
I don't know if I have any war covers.
So
I don't think I do.
Anyway, it was fun. It was really fun. I was like 15 minutes late, but it was fun.
Did your first cover slingers win?
No, this is my second cover slinger win.
Kevin
But I've only been on there 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
So Yeah, when I won, I tied with the gray man, so that felt like kissing a sister. But this one was right at me. The Cover Sling is one of my favorite shows. So anyway,
Yeah,
anyway,
they always have a good time there.
yeah, they're just talking bad about each other. I mean, uh, normally Matilda is very nice, but she was really dogging on this one. She didn't let go of it. She goes, the Helen of Troy. She's supposed to be like people went to war with her. I mean, war just for her.
She's not attractive.
She's not that attractive. She's ugly. And everybody joining the chat and going, she has one eyebrow, and I'm like, and this is a painted cover. You got all these details in there, but they didn't appreciate all the details in here,
Yeah. Well, she looks like she's like from the '60s too, like a maybe.
She looks like one of those Cleopatra type movies,
Yeah, like from a Hollywood. Yeah, exactly, from like the
Yeah, that's
50s,
what I
60s.
thought it was pretty iconic looking,
Uh-huh.
But I couldn't convey that, so.
Yeah.
But actually, I tied on the crowd liked it. The crowd liked it, so.
That's what matters, right?
Yeah, if you get crowd points, I got like 3 or 4 crowd points. But I had a fan. I had a share point there. Alex was there. Alex but she didn't vote for me on this one. She didn't vote for me.
I should have, because I usually vote for you across the board. I wasn't there though to get your back. So when are you coming back to Washington? You think?
If I'm coming, I'll try to come in June. I have to ship my daughter's got a job in
Your daughter?
Washington. She finally got a job, so she's gonna look for a she's right now living with her 2 brothers.
Mm-hmm.
She wanna get out there and get her own apartment. So I have to ship my daughter's stuff, my wife's stuff. So I've got to ship that out. I don't know I don't think they need help from me to unpack it, but
Okay.
because I'm gonna pack it all up and send it. Then if I come, I'm gonna come in June.
June.
Otherwise, I probably won't come till after October because I'll be going to Korea.
So you're only going to come in June for a little bit again? Just
yeah.
Weeks.
It's gonna be like a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. If I'm coming, then definitely go to the comic book show.
Well, I was going to do a road trip down and hang out with Damien.
In June? I could do that too.
Yeah. I figure we both go down there.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be fun.
Because he said we could sleep on his floor. I don't know if that offer still stands, but he's got like a extra room.
Right.
Again, you can sleep on the couch. I don't mind sleeping on the floor. It'll be summer. It'll be hot, so it's not like.
Well, I'm gonna send some sleeping bags. So.
Okay. But I figure we go down there and just go, because Portland has a lot of nice comic book shops. So we just go down there a weekend where they're having like a show or something. I'll have some money, go down there and come back with a bunch of books. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna head on out. You got any more thing to do on the line?
No, just gonna organize some books and then head to bed myself.
All right.
All right,
Good night.
All right. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
See you guys, chat room.